We were the last ones to realize we were dating story. 3 years ago, Cassie and her son Kenny moved in next door with just a few boxes. I offered to help, noticed Kenny had a PS4, and told him he could come play my PS5 anytime. Being a mechanic, I also told Cassie I could help with any car trouble. We barely spoke for weeks, until Cassie knocked asking about her dead engine. Just needed new spark plugs. She insisted on cooking dinner as thanks, and I reluctantly accepted. That dinner changed everything. Kenny turned out to be this brilliant kid obsessed with games, science, and guitar. We bonded over Mario Kart, and he started coming over regularly. I became his gaming mentor, teaching him strategies, celebrating his victories, watching him grow more confident with each win. During lockdown, I caught COVID bad. Cassie appeared at my door with soup, cleaned my apartment while I was passed out, brought groceries, checked my temperature at 2 a.m. She basically saved me. After that, dinners became our nightly tradition. 6 months ago, Kenny introduced his friend. "This is Richard. He's like my dad." I froze. The friend didn't react, but I felt the weight of those words. Later, I asked Cassie about it while Kenny was at practice. "He's been hoping we'd become a real family," she said quietly, then added, "I wouldn't mind that either." My heart stopped. "Are you asking me out?" "I'm saying I'm open to it if you are." We planned a date for Saturday. I was terrified of ruining what we had. She answered the door in this blue dress that made me forget how to speak. Initial awkwardness melted when she took my hand walking to the restaurant. Over dinner, she confessed what changed her mind. "Remember last Christmas? Kenny wanted that PS5 so badly, but I couldn't afford it. You bought it and let me give it to him." Watching his face, knowing what you did, that's when I knew. That was nothing. It wasn't nothing. You gave my son joy and me dignity. That's everything. Back at her apartment, we set boundaries. Keep it quiet until we knew it was real. Don't give Kenny false hope. Take things slow. "The dad comment," she said. "Maybe I should have corrected him. Maybe not," I replied. We spent Sunday apple picking, holding hands like teenagers. Monday dinner, Kenny chatted about school while Cassie's foot found mine under the table. Everything felt natural, like pieces clicking into place. 2 weeks later, I'm at work when my boss calls me to his office. There's a huge bouquet on his desk. "This is for you," he says, grinning. The card reads, "Just because. Love, your GF." The shop guys destroyed me for it. "Richard's got flowers. Someone's whipped," but I didn't care. I was floating. 3 months now. Kenny doesn't know we're dating, but he knows something's different. Last week, he asked if I could teach him to drive when he's old enough. "Ask your mom," I said, "but you're better at cars." Still need her permission. He paused. "What if she was your girlfriend? Could you just decide then?" Kids know everything. Yesterday, Cassie found the engagement ring magazine I'd hidden poorly. She didn't mention it, but she made my favorite dinner and kept smiling at nothing. Kenny showed me his science project after dinner. It's about family structures in nature. Some animals have chosen families, not biological ones, like penguins who adopt orphaned chicks. "That's interesting," I managed. "My teacher says chosen families are just as real." Cassie grabbed my hand under the table. "Your teacher's right," she said. Later, alone on her couch, she asked what I wanted. "This," I said, "whatever this is. Even if it means being Kenny's dad, especially if it means that." She kissed me then, and I knew I was done for. Completely, utterly done for. My boss keeps asking when I'm proposing. The shop guys have a betting pool. Kenny's been pricing PS5 games he thinks we could play as a family. Last night, he hugged me before bed. First time he's done that. "Night, Richard," he said, then quieter. "Thanks for staying." I looked at Cassie. She had tears in her eyes. "Always," I told him. "The ring's in my truck. Been there 2 weeks. Cassie knows. Kenny probably knows. Hell, the whole building probably knows. But I'm waiting for the perfect moment when Kenny's there, because if I'm going to officially become his dad, he should be part of it. That's what real families do."